Hello from April. So, this video is all about information on the visit to Pangong Lake. If you are interested in some 4K views and drone shots, then this video is not for you. This is the real footage and taken from car, and this is how it actually looks. It does not look very differently blue or something like this, and this is the kind of blue it looks always. The sky is like this, and not the way the 4K video shows. This was this Varida intersection. Actually, the problem is mostly people take a route from Hunter and then to Pangong Lake, and I would advise you to follow the same for the reason because when you are coming from the opposite direction and most of the cars are coming from uh, opposite direction than you, then it is difficult on the hills like this. This is all the roads you can see. We have to go all the way up. You can see the road down there, and if all the vehicles are coming from the opposite side, it is very difficult for you. This was a landslide after the Changla Pass. So, since the Shiok River is overflowing, so the Shiok Road is closed, and we have to take extra 100 kilometers, cross the Varila, and cross the Changla again. This is the kind of situation, it's very difficult to pass, but that is why these are we two standing, me and Amira, and we were worried, and my husband told me to get off the car and he will pass the car, and this is our car. And after crossing, then we went up, and then we continued our journey. And you have to be prepared for this kind of backlogs. You have to be mentally, and there are some times that you have to go back to Leh. So from Pangong to Leh, there is directly via Changla Pass, or if you are coming from Handa, then this year you have to come crossing Varila and then Changla Pass. Or if you want to come back to Leh and rest for a day, that is also okay. We left in morning at 7 and we reached around 2 or no, sorry, 3 o'clock to Pangong. After crossing this, views were incredible. Look at this peaceful view. You can stop anywhere, it's so picturesque. Like you can take thousands. I have thousands of clips, and my phone is full now. So be prepared, like you can empty your phone memory. I have iPhone 16, but it was full, and you have to be prepared to driving in situations like this. So if you're not an experienced driver, and if your car is not so suitable, like it should be a powerful car, because the height is, you know a lot, and you must be an extremely experienced driver to drive on the turns. This is the plain road, but there are very sharp turns in the hills. And then we reached, this is Durbuk, and if you are coming from the Shiok road, then you will meet, this is the common point, and we have to travel extra 100 kilometers, but it was worth it. Warila was extremely beautiful. And also we traveled extra because in one petrol station there was no fuel, so we went to almost late to get filled up. And you have to be prepared that जहाँ भी पेट्रोल मिले भराते चलो. There were sheeps, like you can see rocks, but यहाँ पे पूरे sheeps भरे हुए, and there are also yak. Oh, this is yak, extremely cute. And on the way you will meet this cute marmots. It is highly advised not to touch them because of course they come from the rodent family. They are the wild creatures and they can carry diseases, and of course they can bite you also, but there's no case of biting. But they're so cute. And this was the first view of Pangong Lake, and the roads are extremely good except if there is landslide like you have seen earlier. It's very good. And this is the army center just before the Pangong Lake. One can also visit the opposite side through a village, but mostly tourists go to this western side of the Pangong Lake only because all the stays are here. This is the newly installed statue of Maharaj Shivaji. After reaching Pangong, first go to lake. Don't go for the stay because you will miss the sunlight and then the photos won't come back. So I was explaining you Why you have to reach around 3 or 4? Because the sun rays are coming from the west that time, and the photos come extremely well. That is the only reason. And mostly all these tourist activities, like if you are interested in some photographs like the three idiots one, the scooter, and you can see all these things, then this is available in the evening time only. Morning also they come, but you have to leave, because if you are planning for 2 days in Pangong, you have to visit another villages. You don't want to stay at just one place. That's me. You have to respect the local culture. Always remember to respect the local culture. Look at this peace and beauty. I should stop. It was extremely peaceful, and everyone has something to do. Actually, you don't need to do anything. You just stand there and soak in the peace and tranquility. Um, the weather is quite freezing, and the winds were very speedy. So you need to carry. Oh, this is Amira getting dressed up as Ladakhi. The uncle was incredibly sweet. He asked us, "Do you want to get dressed up?" And Amira said yes. And we then got some photo shoot. She was looking very cute. And this was some malfunction, and then he came and got it corrected. And this is the bikers coming. It looks very nice, but it is very difficult. So if anyone is planning, especially girls, because sitting, if you are sitting at the back, you can drive also, but if you are sitting at the back, then your knees and back, they got they, you have to endure the pain for this trip. We stayed at this Golden Hut village, and the room was nice, simple. Everywhere you will get similar room wherever you are staying. So this wooden structure, then the bottom is laid with carpets, simple washroom, and the light switch gets switched off at 11 p.m. everywhere, like the whole Pangong. And after that, the views are even better. You can see the Milky Way, the moon, the sparkling Pangong, whatever the season you are going. Like this was the evening, and it was quite windy and cloudy. But during night, fortunately, the whole cloud cleared up. I have the photos of the Milky Way, and this stay. These people are reaching very late. Like they are reaching around 6. This is the clip of 6 p.m. So what they are missing is that they won't get evening shots, and during the morning the sun is coming from the backwards, so the photos come a little bit dark. The food was tasty, so I'll recommend the Golden Hut. I'll make another video, and this is in the morning we are leaving, and then also we visited Pangong in front. So we stayed at, so there are mainly three areas like Chusul, Spangmek, Merak, and Man. So Merak and Man are a bit far away. Spangmek is one of the location where most of the tourists stay. Last time I stayed there. It's also nice, and most of the touristy activities happen there. So in the evening when you are coming, go directly to Spangmek. And this time we chose Chusul because it was economic, and we got a very very good place. We booked in advance from Make My Trip. And remember, most of the places are closed for lunch because they are preparing, or they have to procure the raw materials for the evening. So they serve breakfast and dinner. So even if you are reaching before lunch, then carry something on your own. And that's it. That's it for the stay. You will have a great time, and I will always prefer, there is beauty in both of it. Either you are going in the full moon, then the lake is sparkling. If you are going in the new moon time, then the sky is dark and you can see like numerous of stars. So you have to choose your time and what you prefer. Last time I was in the full moon night, and it was incredible. And this time we saw Milky Way. You can check my Insta for the photographs. Again, on the way back, we caught up with this cute mammoth. Just after the Pangong, in between Pangong and Durbuk, this is the place, and he was chasing us basically. So we ran away. And there's a like the green fields, it's so peaceful and calm, and drive safely. Don't rush. That is not the area to be rushed. And the next day when we were coming back, the this is the same place where the landslide happened, and you can see the snowfall. So the JCB was working for like 2 3 hours on the next day because first day it was not there, and one man was sitting over and he was breaking the rock, and JCB was also doing his part. And and it suddenly started snowing. It was beautiful, although it was dangerous because अगर ज़्यादा snow हो जाता तो then the cars would be skidding. But it was nice. So we waited there for almost an hour. As I told you earlier, that be prepared. Kahin bhi you have to stay and carry something to eat. Finally, this big piece of rock was removed. उसके पहले तक सब they were using that like less than half of the road. In fact, it was a temporary arrangement. And after that, we started passing. Fortunately, after that, we didn't faced any difficulties. Look, such a big rock, and this man was working very hard, and it fell from above there. Yes, and that is why it is the temperature outside. You can see 1 degree Celsius, and at some points we were not able to see anything. This is the Changla Pass, and this was the kind of weather till we reached Leh. Hemis basically. We went to Hemis. Hemis is on the way to Leh, and you just have to take a little D route. And the best thing about Pangong is its beauty. So prefer a non-cloudy day. That is when the real blue beauty appears amazing. And be safe. The most important thing is to not to rush because you have to enjoy the beauty. There's beauty in every part. So stay tuned, and please follow for more.